share her experiences with us. Thank you.
Hello everybody over here. Thank you so much Akash and Shilpa for having me here. And I think it's a big honor to be here primarily because we're always talking between friends, but talking here is something else. And this kind of crowd we really did not, I mean at least I didn't expect. I'm sure these people have been good to hear. It's glad I'm here in the capacity to talk about what we as entrepreneurs have faced for as much period as we've been in the business. I mean, we all did not, at least I did not start up thinking, oh, I'm going to make this huge brand, ya kuch, Sabko, everybody wants to do something big, but I think as Subhan rightly said, you really need to have objectives in place. You really need to have what do you want to achieve. We want to go all digital. That's what I remember meeting Subhan saying, up digital karna padega. What does it even mean? I mean, we both are lost when we said that, and then I got a reality check. What am I talking? Kuch to direction is very important. I mean, when I spoke to somebody about going all digital and all of that, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just knew that I needed figures, I needed sales, I needed a certain lakhs of business at the end of the month, so that I did not work on the idea of how am I actually going to go about it. I mean, that was the first biggest hurdle that I thought. But there's one little thing that I would want to share is today when in the morning I got up, the first thing I saw is VIA's post on Facebook. And that's how we have all of you here. And I think that speaks about social media as much. That's what I asked Shikha, that where all have we marketed before I come up with this? Did we do newspapers? Did we do Facebook? So yes, we did Facebook. I might not look like the person who reads papers, but I did. But yeah, I hope people agree. Never mind. So yeah, I mean, if FB can get all of you here in the most plain way that I can say, then it's about time that we young entrepreneurs who are trying to be a somebody, who are trying to achieve something, it's about time that we take up to digital in a much more serious way than just putting up personal profiles, doing, just using it more personally. I think it's time we take it up to serious businesses, but only provided we have set goals and maybe a annual plan, coming down to a quarter plan, coming down to a monthly plan. When I started off, I probably just, one of my friends, we were just sitting, we started on the 26th of December 2012. That is when Panache started. We are located at Law College Square. I was sitting outside the store. I did not have a big plan in place that how am I going to go about doing the publicity. Do I do the newspapers? Do I do the news? What am I going to do? That is when I thought, I'm going to just post this on my Facebook, and I have like 10,000 friends out there. I'll tell everybody, sab tag kar lo, sab tag kar lo. Maine post kar diya, tum tag karo, tum tag karo. So my friend is sitting right here. I told her, listen, babe, you have to do this, okay? And you have to make sure your mama is doing it, you make sure mama's kitty is doing it. That's how we ran ahead, and that was the coolest way for me. And I really couldn't think, like when my dad told me, listen, you can have a 40,000 ka budget, and we want to do this newspaper. I was like, Daddy, one paper, 40,000. I'm not being a critic saying that newspapers are not doing well, but just one question there. How many of us have a Facebook account? Can you all raise your hand? That's it? Are you online? Yeah? And how many of you all read newspapers? Now everybody's doing good, yeah. So basically what I'm trying to do is newspapers have been in the business for what about before we were born, all of us here. And everybody's been, or Insta, or LinkedIn, or your Twitter, and everybody's been there for around, I think, not more than 5 years of them, or 4 years. I don't know, but like it's caught up in the last 4-5 years. Yeah, like we've been really using, I mean, at least I probably have in the last 5 years. So it's caught up well with newspapers. It's caught up really well. Businesses are doing much more, and I think it's most cost effective. That's what works with me. I can't do a Times of India front page 50,000 with Vikrant. I can't do that. But I can spend about 6,000 per month on Facebook, on Insta, do my carousel ads, plan my business accordingly, and then achieve a set amount of figure. Once I have my sales in place, I can probably think of newspaper. I can probably think of not only print media, I can think of TV, I can think of doing exhibitions, and I think creativity, as she said rightly, is very important. I mean, just having a picture, that's what we went ahead and that is what I'm coming back to. When I just like one picture, put it up on Facebook, then somebody told me, Panash ko profile bana dete apan. And that's how we talk in Nagpur, right? Bana dete apan. So I was like, okay, bana dete. So we did not even have a logo in place. And then we just made like a pink and golden, whatever. And then, I remember somebody, 10 days I kept doing this, and then 11th day somebody tells me, why haven't you updated any picture on Panache? I was like, somebody's actually reading, like, I do not have things. I thought, डाल दिया photo, अभी कौन देखेगा? देखेंगे 5 लोग. I never knew there were probably 150 people waiting for it. I got a call, I remember her name was Sindhya. She called me up just before she was going for her examination, and she was doing her engineering at that time. She's a very good client right now. She called me and said, Didi, you've not uploaded any picture, next 10 minutes I have to go read, I have to like give my examination. I was like, are you mad? This is what you're doing 10 minutes before. Woman, if you were my sister, slap the hell out of me, what are you doing? So that level of seriousness is what I feel that is engagement. I at that point of time did not know that I wanted engagement. I probably thought I didn't want it safe, like every other business person, paisa dikhna chahiye. We all at the end of the day have our own outlets, our own businesses to create money. But what are we doing about it? Probably very blank about it. At least I thought that I was being very blank. Only when I started getting it miraculously, when I realized, okay, this is what I've always wanted. Clearly, goals, objectives will be very important. I think Facebook, Insta, and everything has traffic. We don't have to create traffic. We do not have to build traffic. For me, I had my target audience lying right there in front of me on Facebook or on Instagram or on LinkedIn, which LinkedIn I personally still don't understand so much. Sorry. But yeah, Facebook and Insta is chalta hai abhi mere ko. So yeah. So I saw that my TG was right there, but I was not able to tap it. I wasn't able to tap it because I couldn't recognize it. I had not put up my territory that I want to sell my 950 rupees cut off to this one. No. We're just putting it up. That's what we did, putting up content. Like she rightly said, we had to market it. I think Akash had earlier, I think even Shilpa had said that you made something. How do people know that? That's, I think, the most practical thing that one encounters, and I've personally been a part of it. I think it's amazing, Jesus, why is nobody buying this dress? It's so nice, yeah. And then my friends, so nice, no, and my friends are blind in love with me. They're already, yeah, man, what a dress. One has to buy this. That's when I actually realized that I am probably not doing justice to my own product. I'm not the right, although she kind of did introduce me as the assistant vice president for RBI for the longest time in social media marketing, but when you're in that stage, you can't think in like a 360 degrees. I realized that it was about time that I can't be taking calls on content. I can't be taking calls on what actually goes up on Facebook, what doesn't, what are the aesthetics, how does it have to look. I have to stop using my iPhone, even though I spent 60,000 on it, I can't use it as a photography tool to put up the dress doesn't look as appealing. It has to be put on the right background, the right person wearing it, shot in the right way, with the right colors, and that's my phone making, sorry. So, I think aesthetics is a very important point, and all these things, one person can't be doing everything. You need to have somebody right in today to do this for you. And I think that's when today we've reached at a stage where Panache is being handled by another, we've outsourced the digital to somebody by the name of Google Services, Mr. Ankit Jaiswal. He would be extremely happy I took his name here, I'm sure. So, yeah. But he does it, so now I'm happy that we've reached a stage in life where we can actually afford spending on digital. Like I have personally stopped taking care of digital as much. He creates some brand value, he understands what changes needs to be done. He understands that, see, as a person, I'm like, ये pink कर दो, उसको orange कर दो, उसको red कर दे. He knows exactly किसको pink करना है, किसको orange करना है, किसको red करना है. You know what I mean? Like I would have 10 things to say. He has to create a filter, and I think if one can afford outsourcing this work, to an extent, yes, you should do it by yourself. I have reached the stage where I could afford outsourcing, and I'm happy that we've outsourced because he does shed a little perspective on the content that I can't create the star value for. He gets that star value to that particular product in whatever way he's doing. We do have a plan in place, and I think planning is where I personally fell short of. Just having a Facebook profile and Instagram profile, and she said, Arey, it's not working. one has to be patient. I mean, I think the only thing that worked for me was I was patient. Because I tried on my own. I did not see too many failures, but I wasn't seeing, I wanted like 1,200 likes on the first post. He's like, I think you've lost it, like, it's not, what do you think? Like, I should that I was wearing it and wearing a dress or what? Why would I get 1,200 likes? This is very straight. That sorted hair, one doesn't get if you're doing too many things. I can probably take a call in business, how much I want to invest. He tells me 10,000 rupees खर्च करने का है. I'm like, okay, what are you going to do for the 10,000? Then he would tell me, 2,000 you're going to put here, 2,000 there, 2,000 there, 2,000 there, whatever. So like, whenever I have my new arrivals, and this is something which has happened with a very close friend of mine, I would, Apeksha, Munde that is, and when she was in Agora, at that time, the first session that she did, we realized that there was not too much of walking, and I still remember discussing this with Api, that there was not too much of walking, and that was the time when I actually saw 15 people sitting and sending SMSs, updating Facebook, tagging people, Insta, and then go, like, Shamko, we did pretty well. Shruti and I were there for the particular do. I remember, and till the evening, I think we did extremely well. Like, Agora did extremely. Today, this of course become a huge IP and a huge property. It's amazing footfall. But even for her as a startup, I think I relate to her a lot because we both did not want to have too many budgets. I think social media advertising marketing is the most cost-effective way to be. Like my daddy said, because he has an industry, he has a factory, could afford set amount of budgets. We couldn't. Not that we couldn't, we didn't want to. You don't want to gamble at a stage in life. You're just a very small business and you just start it up, you're too young. Small scale industries, matlab small investment. Even smaller businesses would need, smaller thought processes. You do not have too many plannings. For me, Facebook में अगर आप 60 rupees से भी post use कर सकते हो तो why not? Like really, that helps, then why not? Unfortunately, it becomes very difficult for, I think, the elder generation to convince. It took me a lot to convince my father, what, Dad, I think let's do this. Like, नहीं ये कौन देखता है ऐसा कोई नहीं देखता है, please. I said, but see now, my personal profile is really your personal profile. Your friends will always do this. But I think we should, personally I feel, थोड़ा सा open up होना जरूरी है towards the awareness that social media actually is to be here. It belongs here. It's finally arrived. Maybe a while back, but maybe for us it's probably arrived now. It works, and social media is the way to be for everybody who already is, who wants to be, and who will achieve. So for me, yes, it has worked in tons and tons of ways. Thank you so much for hearing and being extremely patient. I hope I did not take too much of time.
Thank you, Juhi, for sharing your valuable experiences with us. Now I invite Shruti to share her experiences regarding social media marketing, how she does it on social media. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Shruti Rathore and I'm a freelance artist. What I am going to tell you is completely different from what these people told you because because I don't have a standardized product. I'm an artist. What I wanted, our tagline is we do a little bit of art in everything. So I never wanted to sell anything in particular, any standardized product. I did not want it to be commercial. I do not even mention the prices of what I do on my page. I just wanted people, when they look at my page, Instagram and Facebook, that's all I work with. So I just wanted them to feel something, what it was about. Because I started working from home, I had, initially I was very scared to market my products on Facebook and Instagram because a lot of people who just start working, they're like, oh, humko copy kar denge. So that is why then I read a quote somewhere that you shouldn't worry when people are copying you. You should start worrying when they stop copying you. So that's what I was like, okay, I think even though I'm an artist, I have original artwork, I should kind of, still start doing it online. So we went ahead and started our Facebook page. So when we went onto the Facebook page, we were a little scared that, a lot of people would be sending inquiries and we won't be able to handle it. But that did not happen. We hardly got, one inquiry a week. So we were a little worried, we were putting in money, we were boosting posts, and like people are seeing it, but why are people not calling us? You know, that's when we realized there's a lot of noise on Facebook. Our product somehow got lost over there because it's not very, it wasn't very targeted. See, on Facebook, it's just people see it and they just scroll back down. You know, they'll just see it for a minute. What you have to put up a post that says, oh my God, I need that in my life, you know, and we wanted people to pick up the phone and call us, like, what is it? So we hardly mentioned any prices, so that we did not want too much information in there as well, because we wanted people to actually pick up the phone, call us, inquire about it, so that my work is all about one-to-one interaction with people. So if I probably posted too much information, it would just, people would see, they have all the information and they would like, you know, okay, fine, this is it. So slowly with time, we thought after Facebook, we thought we'll go more on Instagram because we are artists, our work is more visual. Instagram helped better because it was all about pictures and it was all about seeing and feeling. And on Facebook, because there's so many words and pictures, everything together, it wasn't much, it did not help us as much. But it helped us in a way when people called us, when unknown people called us, see what's your work about, you know, please tell us, we would want to know. That's when we could guide them. Why don't you go visit our Facebook page? You know, because that's our profile, that's my work profile as an artist. Me and my friend Sakshi Dinaran, we work together. So just two people trying to handle it, you know, trying to send everybody pictures individually, this is what we have, this is what we do. We just guide them, oh, please go visit our Facebook page, and it just makes our life easier. So, yeah, and the whole point to make the page was to sell the idea. We were not trying to sell my product or my dream catcher or anything in particular. We wanted to sell the idea of handmade, that we have a very good taste, and if you want something, you know, for your room, or we also do art direction for photo shoots for Facebook. My friend, she started her own brand of manicure pedicure products, Nibath, and she wanted somebody to kind of, you know, capture the whole vibe of her brand, and the photographer couldn't do it. He's like, I can't help you with the props, I can only take pretty pictures. So that's where we come in. We try to make it look good, you know, we try to make it look pretty and whatever. We try to sell that feeling. Like when you look at the picture, what do you feel? So it was all about that. And we love attention to detail. So when anybody looks at our page, they would be like, okay, this is what they're doing. They have extreme attention to detail. And we didn't have to mention that. It was just right there in the picture. So that's how it helped us conveying it to people, created awareness that, you know, this is what we do, and we do it quite well. So, and we also wanted to create the whole vibe of fantasy and beauty and everything visual. So when you have too many words in it, it kind of takes away the feeling from it. So if I had to kind of sell my imagination, it would be only through pictures. And yeah, sorry. And for us, Facebook at times it did not help us in selling things, because it would just go cold very soon. People would just like, oh, how much is this for? Can you help us with it? And we would say, yes, we can help you with it, and they would never call back. I mean, I think the attention span of people on Facebook is quite short. You know, they look at it, they inquire about it, and later they forget about it. They will never call you back. That's where we suffered a little bit on Facebook, because we were not able to generate sales, because people would not pay enough attention. So that's when we realized out of sight, out of mind. So we made sure that we posted every single day, twice a day, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. People get up in the morning and first thing they do is look at their Facebook and everything. So we made sure we have a post in the morning. Then in the evening, after people come back from home, they want to relax, they go on Facebook and they check it out. That's when we realized in the evening, you know, that's when people check their Facebook. So we made sure that there are certain timings that we should post on, so that, you know, we have maximum people looking at our product. Even on Facebook, there's a time setup. You know, you can make, like in your free time, you can make a post and then make sure that it is posted at 6 o'clock. So you don't have to sit there and actually, you know, at 6 o'clock physically go there. It's automated. You can set an alarm and then it just go on 6 o'clock right there. So Yes, and one thing that really helped us was hashtags. We kind of very underused hashtags. Just imagine if I posted a picture of, say, a cake. You know, anybody who would want a cake would go on Google and type in a cake. You know, so anything that has a hashtag cake will turn up over there. That's how hashtags help you. Even on Facebook or even on Instagram, if I'm searching for, say, party decor, I would go search for party decor, and anything that has a hashtag party decor on it would come. For example, a red dress, a pink dress, you know, anything. So make sure you use hashtags. Just imagine on a picture, what would anybody type to search this picture? What would I want them to search so that they can come to my picture? So it can be anything, hashtag pink dress, hashtag party dress, hashtag clothes, hashtag fashion, anything that is related. The moment you look at the dress and you see, so that's how it helps us. There are a lot of people, a lot of event managers, because I do a bit of party decor as well. A lot of event managers in LA found out my page because of hashtags, because I was like, hashtag neon decor, hashtag party decor, and probably some event manager sitting in LA wanted to search for neon party decor, and he got through my page. He actually liked my picture, so it was quite flattering. I went back to his page and I saw his work was brilliant. So that's hashtags are a brilliant way of connecting to people who are in the same business, but you wouldn't have found out about them otherwise. Like randomly, it's impossible to find out about them. And yes, it just helps and you can always go back to those people who are already in the business through hashtags and see what they are doing, and not exactly copy, but take inspiration from them. A lot of times I get confused with themes. So, for example, organic baking. Yeah, organic baking, I would tell people just to use brown colors, and the moment they look at the page, they should give, it should give an organic feeling. You know, that's what I tell people, that's how they should use a theme for. The moment they look at the page, what should they feel? So, yes, and also I also like posting one thing, this is the last thing I'm going to say. Yes, also I like posting behind the scenes, like while I am working, what I am doing, who are the faces involved, who are the pieces, what exactly is put together to make the whole thing come to life, and people love knowing that. So that's how I like to do it. And
let us speak more.
No,
We have one more speaker, followed by
yes,
question.
yes, sorry.
We will spend more time. Let a computer talk. He's bubbling with the knowledge. Come on.
Oh, no, it's just, yes, so just two more things I have to say. I would always say just make it look good. As shallow as it may sound, just make whatever you're posting, don't make it dull. Use the filters, use this app called Pixel Art Express, just make it look nice and pretty so that people, while they're scrolling, they don't look at anything dull or anything boring. You know, it should look very nice and it should make them feel something. And yeah, and honestly, you don't need a professional camera to do this. I have been doing it since a year and a half, using my iPhone. I have friends who are doing it using their iPhone. It's completely all right as long as you make it look good. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
Now we invite Manjeet.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Hello, I'm Manjeet, and I'm here to tell you about the do-it-yourself version of social media marketing, because that's how I do it. Everyone's a professional. I might have to engage them very soon, but for now, this is what I've been doing. Okay, so I'm from JD's. This is a bakery that my mom started. She's sitting right here taking some videos. I inherited this. This is a legacy, I think, and I've grown up around tubs of cream and chocolate, so it came naturally to me. But I've not learned baking. What I learned was communication and marketing. I've worked in advertising before, but I think food was my true calling, so I came back there. Anyway, I was lucky to have an already established business. We had a very loyal niche clientele. We had regular orders, everything. But when I came back, obviously brimming with new ideas, we're going to conquer the world. I started thinking about how we could increase our client base, I had a lot of new products which I'd seen everywhere else, and I wanted to introduce them. So clearly, to me, marketing was very important. The biggest thing I had to do was, first I had to reach new audience, I had to reach more than the people we knew. Secondly, I was introducing a lot of new products, I needed customer education. Especially when you're introducing like new products, like I started red velvet cupcakes, fondant cakes, freak shakes. These are things that weren't in Nagpur at that point. This was almost 3-4 years ago. If I had gone the traditional way of marketing through newspaper ads, I think I would have had to spend lakhs and lakhs of rupees to let people know what a red velvet cupcake really was. So clearly to me, Facebook, my friends on Facebook, everything, that was the way out, and I started with Facebook, and I got decent amounts of response, and I moved to Instagram then. So clearly, as everyone said, for a small business like us, traditional advertising is too expensive. So what comes in next? Social media. Okay, I'm going to bring in a little bit of theory here because I'm a communication student. Something I read about while I was in university was this guy called Marshall McLuhan in the 1970s spoke about how media or any medium is actually an extension of man. Look at everyone around us. There's not a single person who's not holding a phone right now. Phones have become such an external, like such an intrinsic part of our lives. It's just so personal. So any form of communication that happens through a phone automatically registers a lot better. It's just my personal experience. Instead of like you look at newspapers and you go through them, but something that comes to your phone, I think you look at it on your own time, you engage with it in your own time, in your space, so it's kind of. Okay, bye. Quickly moving over. So much time. There were a lot of challenges. I'm still facing a lot of challenges, but some of the challenges I'd like to bring out to you. Creating content. Content is the biggest challenge of social media marketing. I thought I was going to do it all by myself. I am still doing it all by myself. Luckily, my product is such that I have a new cake order every day, so I do have new products every day to talk about. But right in the beginning, when I wanted to do radical new designs, it was a big problem. What I started doing was I took a dummy cake, I changed the design every single day. I think for a month, there was a new picture on my page every single day with the same dummy cake being redesigned repeatedly. That cake is, I think I'm going to keep it as a souvenir, the dummy, because that really helped me and I got a lot of recognition for it. One other, obviously it's very time consuming, so imagine I'm talking about my own personal experience. I make a cake, the cake is ready, I go out to set up a little photo booth for it where I take a picture. I am done with like after taking like 15 pictures, I have to choose a picture, I have to edit it, I have to like write hashtags for it, etc. It's a very time consuming job, you have to really commit to it and be extremely consistent if you're planning to do it yourself. Another thing, I think, till I show you, it's not going to actually really make a point. Sorry, there's just a lot of things here. Good pictures. So I thought I was making a lot of very pretty cakes. And I think I'm putting them up and why aren't they selling? What's going on? I'm taking such fancy pictures. I thought I was like really taking the most amazing pictures. But look at the difference. Sorry again. So that's the after, that's a good picture. Look at this picture. I thought they were like amazing, like fresh looking cakes, great cakes. This is the before. After that, there's like a difference in 2 years. That looks like a more, to me that looks like a more professional page. It's again all it's all trial and error, but these are things that I realized. I thought I started giving it a more consistent look and feel and not changing around everything. All my cakes now have the same amount of lighting, the same color filter if I'm using a filter. So there is a consistency to what I'm doing compared to what I was doing earlier. So like they talked about how every brand needs to have its identity and your pictures need to have like its own identity. You can see a picture and you should be able to tell which brand it's from. Not there yet, trying to be. All the big bloggers have that stamp of theirs. Okay, so why social media? Obviously, again, the biggest benefits I've got out of social media. I get to target my audience directly. I've done it through Facebook, I've done it through Instagram. I just realized why Instagram was working better now through your metric conversation. Because in the last year, I do feel that Facebook's not been functioning that well for me. Instagram has skyrocketed, so that really helps. So I'm primarily marketing on Instagram right now, and there's a lot of posts, obviously there's daily engagement. What that has started doing is there's a lot of brand loyalty and familiarity. I have customers coming into my stores and actually talking about cakes, which I think I've started seeing that engagement level. You also get a direct contact with your audience. So I have a lot of people who message me directly. They comment on what pictures they like, they comment on what they want to try, when it's be available, do they want to come in. It's more engagement basically. Shooting over. Another thing it's helped me with Instagram and social media opens up the world for you. It has helped me connect with some of the biggest influencers in the industry at the moment. Food Talk India, the Purple Foodie, there's LBB Delhi, there's Black Book Delhi, there's Chef Kelvin Chong, he's like a big deal at the moment. There's a lot of food reviewers. So these things just open your mind and just open a world of opportunity. It's just not that anything's happening right now, but it's also a validation that the work you're doing is actually headed in the right direction. Okay, just like last point. Okay, also a lot of orders come through social media. That's where the money is. So some of the key learnings that I've taken from my stint with social media. The biggest thing I've learned is that has worked for me is humanize your brand. Make it real, make it personal, connect with your audience. Something that I do a lot of is share behind the scenes videos. Share videos with my staff. There is a campaign that kind of went viral, which is of this lady who's been working with us forever. And she's really funny, she's a Marathi lady, she speaks in English in our bakery. And I will show you one and then we can be done. So we just learned to laugh at ourselves. I'm sorry. I don't know if you heard it. There's no audio there?
No, no.
Okay, so what this is, she says a lot of really funny things back in the bakery, so we all have a really good laugh. So what we decided one fine day was, let's just record her and share it with the world. What she's saying in this video is actually, let's kill it, dude, on Friendship Day. It attracted a lot of audience, a lot of people started coming in. She has a few more which where she abuses people, but I am there, but you don't have to run out of time. Maybe after. Because these things have actually she's talking, okay, so it's not an appropriate word for her. She says, see you at 3, and then beep, there's a word there. But the deal is, she's trying to speak in the lingo of my clientele. My clientele is 15 to 25-year-olds who speak this lingo. So we got her to speak in this, and people have actually come in there, they take pictures with her now. It's really okay, I won't show more later. Another thing I learned, although I was from an advertising background, when I got into baking, I got really excited doing millions of things and promoting everything. You have to be focused with your social media strategy. Attempting to do too many things at the same time, it just backfires big time. Do one thing, do it right, keep repeating it. I think that works best. Talk the name of another. Lots of patience. Wait for it. Okay, another thing. Directly selling your own products did not help me. When I was trying to available for sale, that did not work. The minute I started describing my products and showing my love for my products, I think the push-pull strategy where actually trying to push sales, that did not resonate with the brand image that I had. So just talking about my products got in more clients than just trying to force sales. Yeah, okay, I think I will call it a day. Thank you so much, and it's been a pleasure. I know it's been a rush presentation.
Thank you, Manvi, and thank you all panelists. Now, friends, it's time for Q&A. I will be first asking few questions to our esteemed panelists, then the session will be open for Q&A from audience. Sukrita, I have a very, like you are giving a presentation that you said you should go to a proper consultant or a proper person who can do it for you. But like in case of industry, when